The more I personally study and learn and also just share reflections, the more convinced I feel, or I seem, or like whatever the word is, that I want to say like no one's teaching you anything, but in some cases they are and they aren't. Depends. Like, I mean, did I teach myself science in high school? No, I did not. I learned things. There's definitely things to learn that people can teach you. But I think, especially when it comes to the mind, there's still things that people can teach you. There's definitely revelations around psychology and neuroscience that need to be introduced by an outside source. But a lot of the times when it comes to just like your human nature, that is not like very like, I feel like I'm rambling now. So, what I want to say is, I personally feel like oftentimes the bulk of what I'm consuming are things that I already like somatically know on some level, or I've already thought of it, and that's the only reason that I personally can take it in. But I'm also like a pure individual in human design, and Rod did talk about how I'm also like lots of third lines, all that. So like Rod kind of did talk about how like individuals need like a reference point for what they're taking in, because you can't like make them actually adopt information. They have to adopt it like in their own timing and in their own understanding and in their own integration and in their own with their own references to that information. So that's very much how I am. And so as a result, even when I like put my little ramblings out, I'm like, literally no one is going to get this except for like the people who've already started to think about this. Like, okay, yeah, if there's like a little leak in your pipe of like getting the information, and I come in and I just like, create a little seal there, then, fantastic. But you built the pipe all on your own, ma'am. Like, you built that freaking pipe, just like I built most of my pipes. I just also synthesized as a result of gathering information. But, I need to be honest and humble enough to admit, not that I'm struggling with this, but I'm not struggling with this. I need to be humble enough to admit that, like, I did learn a lot of new stuff. And you know what? I'm really fucking proud of myself because I have a brain that kind of like doesn't usually do that. But I learned a lot of new stuff. And so it's both. But you know what I mean. If you already know what I mean, you know what I mean?